Hi everyone, Mrs. Jet here, and today I'm going to teach you how to use Google Forms. Now, Google Forms just changed like last night, so I'm still learning a little bit of how to do the new stuff, but I will show you a little bit of both. So you go up to New in your Google Drive, and you go down to More, and you go over to Google Forms. And that will start a new form for you. You want to give it a title, so mine's just going to be called Survey. And then it automatically goes here into the title of your form with what everybody else will see. You can give it a description. Class likes is the description of my survey. And now I go on to my first question. I just fill in the blanks. Now, if I want everyone in the class, if I want to know who's who, I need to have my first question be their name. So my first question is going to be first name. Now, this can't be a multiple choice question, so I'm going to need to change this one to a short answer question so they can type in their first name. If I go to this thing here, it's going to duplicate my question. So I have the same question, but that saves me a little time because I just want to change first to last. And it's also a short answer question. Now I'm going to move myself out of the way over here. There I am. Okay. And I'm going to do the plus sign, which adds another question. And I can say, what is your favorite color? Now this one, I do want it to be multiple choice. So I'm going to type in red, yellow, blue, green, orange. So those are their choices. Now if I didn't want it to be multiple choice, I could actually choose that it's checkboxes, or I could choose that it's a drop down that they have to pick from one of the ones in the drop down. So let's go back to checkboxes and we'll try that one. You can see there are some other choices for linear scale and multiple choice grid. I'm not going to click those because they'll mess up my choices right now. And that's how you basically add your questions. You can do the plus sign, or you can duplicate your question if it's going to be very similar. Now, this will add a title and a description, which I already have here at the top. You could add a title someplace else in your quiz, like if you want to have a section that's all the same type of questions. Whenever you see this mountains, it means you can add a picture. You can actually add a video to your quiz, and you can add sections. Up here, we have this little color palette, which is pretty cool. You can go on that, and you can change the color of the background of your quiz just quickly and simply to give it a little bit more style. Or you can go to this, and it's going to change the theme. And you have a lot of different themes that you can choose from. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and as you can see, they just keep going and keep going and keep going. So I'm going to pick the party hats, and when I click on the party hats and hit select, you'll see that the background color changed as well as the party hats being at the top. Now, if you use the old Google Forms, you can actually do more to how it looks. If I hit this guy back here, that means we're going to run back to how Google Forms used to look. And you can see that this is kind of boring, but to go to theme, it's changed theme right there. And you have your themes down here on the right. And these are the default themes. So let's say I pick this beach evening. Then I have a button that says customize, and I can change my header image. I can go and pick a different image if I want one. I can use one of theirs, or if I have my own picture on my drive, I can go and find my own picture. I can change in the titles, I can change the font to be whatever I want it to be, and I can move it over to the side, or I can change my description as well and move it around. I can change the fonts on my questions. I can have help text on my questions in the old version, but not in the new version. the options, my choices, A, B, and C. I can have that. I can change the text. I can change the colors too. Just make sure that you saw that. There was a color change thing there. So you can see my survey just changed colors. I can change the background. I can put in a background color on my form. I can put in a color well, oh, I think that's the line here. Let me see if I can show this to you. I'll do red. This is a red line right there for the grid. I can do the page background as another color, and I can like put an image there. So let's say I do a search for pizza clip art, and I find this slice of pizza, and then that's in my background. Now I can make it one big one. Well, that seems to not be working anymore. It used to be the tile would make it be a whole bunch of little ones, but that does not seem to be working on this one. Anyway, those are ways that you can change it. When you view the live form, well, I can go back to the new Google Forms and see what it looks like. And those options, the pizza is gone, unfortunately, but I'm back to how I had it before. I can preview what the form would actually look like. If I go back, oh, Google wants feedback from me. Not right now, Google. And I guess that's all it's going to give me. Anyway, there's my live form. And I can go back to it just by using the tabs at the top. And on the settings, now this is kind of cool. Who can respond? I can have anybody respond, or I could have like anyone in the district respond. I can make it so that people can only respond once, so they can't, or that they can respond twice, so they can edit them. So if it's a test, I usually don't want them to be able to respond more than once. And if I put it with the district, I can actually automatically collect their username, which is their email, so that I can, when I grade it, I can email their grades to them. And I can hit save. And if I go back to the writing guy, he showed up again. I just wanted to show you that in the old format, when you go to view responses, it is going to open up a Google Sheets, and it's going to have everybody's names and their favorite colors, and it's all going to be on here in a sheet that we can see. And I'm sure the new one will do that as well. And I'm sure we will figure that out together very soon. Okay, anyway, go build a Google form. Okay, so I went back to my Google Drive and I did notice that a response form has appeared. And so when I open that, you can see I went ahead and did a little test on my questions, and it has collected all of my data right here in my sheets, and it just automatically put it in my Google Drive. So that's awesome. Go back and make your form.